Blessed love people, blessed love. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Plant a Garden TV live stream. What's up, guys? Shout out to all the supporters. Guys, don't forget, if you watch the video and you have any question, you want to leave a comment, feel free to do so. All right? Appreciate each and every one. So we're going to have a little dialogue today. We're going to have a conversation because I want to ask this question. For the people who spend hundreds of dollars each year in their garden, do you satisfy with your harvest? Do you feel pleased at the end of the season? Do you feel good to know that you spend hundreds of dollars and you didn't able to harvest enough? Some people might feel like, well, before I spend hundreds of dollars, it's better I go and purchase it from the store. But I'm here to tell you, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to start a garden or to grow a garden. You don't have to do that. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to start a garden. A lot of people do that every year, and then the harvest is not what they expect, because we get in, you see, you cannot get into the trend, guys. You can't, in gardening, you cannot get into the trend, because the trend is what's gonna make you spend what you don't need to spend. You have to focus on, just think about it. Plants grows regardless, but with the extra care we give them, we able to get more. Hey Jim, but how you doing, man? Blessing Aya. Yes, we able to get more out of our plant. And sometimes the distraction is real, because sometimes you might be on YouTube and you checking out other people, how they're growing and what's going on, and then you see they start introducing you to these products that they're using. Next thing you get caught up into that same thing. Next thing you find yourself buying all different type of stuff for your garden, packing up ready for your garden season. And the truth is, you don't even need these things. You really don't. You really don't. Some people believe that their soil is bad. Sometimes I don't even know why people believe their soil is bad. I don't even know why. Before they even start growing anything, they feel like my soil ain't good enough. So, because they believe their soil ain't good enough, they catch themselves start buying all type of things to put into the soil, and really believing that these things is really helping the soil, which is really not. Hey, good eats, how you doing? Blessing to you, sis. Blessing to you. Good to see you. Happy gardening to you, sis. Yes. So, the thing about it is, if you talk about growing a garden and you you don't promote these type of products out there, it's like, you know how it is, guys. But I can't promote these products because I don't buy these products. I don't use them, so I really cannot promote them. You see what I'm saying? I focus on organic garden, and I've seen for myself how it actually works. So I'm going to ask this question. There's people spend a lot of money in gardening every year. But are you satisfied? After spending hundreds of dollars, buying compost, buying all kind of chemicals, buying all kind of spray to spray your plant, buy things to keep down, spray to keep down the weeds. At the end of the season, are you satisfied physically, mentally, and spiritually? Or are you satisfied? I'm going to ask that question because a lot of people really don't satisfy, and many people start out gardening by listening to others, just by listening to other people. That's how they start. Because, many people grow up doing gardening. Many people, over the years, while they get older, they see and they learn and they decide, all right, I want to do some gardening. So most of the time, a lot of people learn from others, which nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. Learning from others is good, especially if they're telling you the truth. Especially if they're not lying to you, because a lot of lying goes on. Because you understand, a lot of lying goes on. So spending all this money and cannot get a good harvest, to me, is like a failure. When I say a failure, I mean the money that you put in and still can't get a beautiful harvest for all that money, all that time you put in. So what I'm saying, guys, I'm telling you now, you can grow a garden, you can grow sorry for that, guys. Yes, so what we're saying, guys, we're saying a lot of things we watch others and spend a lot of money on is you don't have to, guys, because they don't tell you the truth. You see? Hey, Bessie, Johnny, how you doing? Good to see you. Blessings. Yes, guys. So it's so much out there we can do with our own compost. Guys, if you take your time and build your soil, build your compost, naturally you're gonna create it. Blessings to you, sis. What you're gonna be doing, you're gonna be creating a soil for a long-term investment. So meaning you're not spending any money. It ain't causing you any money. But all the weeds that grows up in your garden, all the, sometimes you take leaf from your plants them and put in your compost pile. Sometimes you take leaf from the weeds, around you, all them dry leaf that drying. Let me show you something here, guys. You see this? This is compost tea. And this compost tea, if you notice here, this having dandelion, the root, the flowers, it having all different type of leaf. You see this? This is a powerhouse. This is actually a powerhouse, a super juice for plants. And it didn't cost me a dime to walk around and pull them up and add them into the compost pile. It didn't cost me a dime. You see what I'm saying? And it's natural. It's not harming your soil. It's not harming the earthworms. It's not harming the pests them in your garden that you need. It's not harming them. It's more creating more beneficial. It's more creating benefits in your soil. It's invite the earthworms. It's invite all these insects in the soil. So when we find ourselves getting introduced to these products, we have to think, what is these products? What's in these products? What is this product doing to my soil? What is this product doing to keep the earthworms in my garden? It have to be beneficial. Then I'm going to tell you that the benefit of leaf, tree trunk that breaks down in your soil. Then I'm going to tell you the benefit of composting. They're going to tell you, go to the store and purchase something. This is why I believe in organic garden. And I will stick to organic garden because I see for my own self what you can gain out of organic garden. The taste, the smell. When you eat, you feel good. When you eat organic food that grows natural, you feel like you eat something. You enjoy it. You enjoy it. You naturally get in the benefit of the food inside of you. So don't be fooled, guys, and don't get distracted. The soil is one of the most important thing in your garden, the soil. The most important thing is the soil. The soil is what feeds our plants. All right? So don't be fooled, guys. And don't think that leaf and weeds that grows up in your garden is not a powerful thing. It's one of the best things a person could use in any garden. It doesn't matter which garden. Compost, whether it's raised bed, whether it's in ground, whether it's container. Leaf, tree trunk, every year. Let me tell you something. Every end of the season, something you must do. Every end of the season, whether it's in your container, whether it's in your raised bed, something you should always do at the end of the season. Grab some leaf and put on the top of the bed or on the top of your container and put a little soil on it and allow that to go through the winter. And that gonna break down even help create this moisture in your soil. Because when we're dealing with summer, guys, I now get a due rain. Since the spring start, we get rain twice. And we get 80 degrees, 90 degrees. Twice we get rain. The last time we got rain was 3 weeks ago. And we finally get some rain today. But guess what? Our plants still striving, even though we don't water them. The only plant I water is those in containers, like my fruit trees. I'll water them because I know fruit trees need water, and I know in the winter, in the summer, in the heat, and we ain't even reached summer yet, but in the heat dries out the water fast. So you must able to water your plants in the container. Very important. So how you guys doing? Do you guys have any question? How your garden going? Is anyone in here have any question? Please let me know. This is a Olympic giant Asian pear, and I want to air layer it. I have it in a half a drum, but I want to air layer it. It's growing really nice and healthy. So I want to air layer. This is other ways, guys, how you could multiply your garden by air layering. You could air layer, for instance, you could air layer the limb, meaning you take a sharp knife and you peel off a portion of the skin. You peel it off, and you could use a plastic container, open it, pack it with dirt, or you could use plastic, pack it with dirt and wrap it and tie around the end them, wet it, put it in, wet it, tie around the end them around the limb, and just leave it there. And just like that, you can get another plant out of this plant. So sometimes, say for instance, you might know somebody who garden, and they might have a pear tree, but you don't have the pear tree, and you might have a pear tree that they don't have. You could air layer, and they could air layer, and you could exchange. So just like that, you have a different variety of pear, and they also have a different variety of pear. So it's all about sharing. You see what I'm saying? While multiplying. Don't be greedy. It's good to share sometimes. And this is how you multiply. When you catch yourself, you have 20 different fruit trees, and it didn't cost you a dime. So you understand what I'm saying? You can, because right now, guys, right now, I have another area that I'm turning into a food forest, where I'm gonna be just growing fruit trees, pumpkin, vegetables. But right now, I'm working on it right now. So each and every one, I want to create this food forest, and I don't want to spend a dime. Hey, Mr. Sweet Time, blessing Aya, how you doing? Yes, I want to create a food forest, but I don't want to spend no money inside the food forest. So what I'll do, I'll layer each and every layer. The weather ain't that cold anymore. So now is the right time to start earlier in. So my thing is earlier in the plants them and create a food forest without spending. You see what I'm saying? Many people are gonna tell you this. They're gonna force you to go to the store and buy and patient. A lot of people don't want to grow, don't have the patience to grow fruit trees from seeds. A lot of people don't have the patience, but I think you should try it sometimes. I really do. I really think you should try it sometime because guess what? I have peach trees that grow from seed that produce now. I have grapes that grow from seed that produce now. You see what I'm coming from? So you like you wanna just because you watching videos and you listening to people. And I'm not saying I would not buy fruit trees. That's not what I'm saying. But my thing with fruit trees, do anybody growing fruits and satisfied with the production of the fruit tree? Hey Jim Bob, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Do any one of you growing fruit tree and satisfied with how much fruit this tree is growing? Sometimes we purchase a fruit tree and the only reason why we purchased the fruit tree is because it had on flowers. That's the only reason. We see it loaded with flowers and we say, yes, this one ready to produce. On some occasion, mightn't be in all, but some occasion, you purchase the fruit tree and years after, it still did not, it only push out flowers that 1 year. And years after, still, you cannot get no fruit from that tree. So sometimes, starting from seed, sometimes, you might believe it might take forever. But sometimes, you could get lucky within 3, 4 years, 4, 5 years, 3, 4, 5 years, fruits from a seed. You could buy a graft one, and sometimes you got to wait the same time in order to get fruit. Now, which fruit trees produce the most? Do the one that grows from seed produce the most? Or do the one that graft? Number one, something I observe, right? Um, Grafting, root bung. Root bung. Root bung is when you cut off, like this tree here, you cut off the whole top, and you split. You split it and you put it a more macho limb to the top. Right? So the limb that you put come from a different plant that was already producing. So if you cut this off and you put it in there, then you're gonna able to get fruits from the plant faster. But one thing I've noticed they do it to young plants. Young plants, like a mango plant. They might do it to a young mango tree. Right? They might do it to a young mango tree. And this is my opinion, okay? This young mango tree And this young mango tree, I don't think, this is my opinion, guys. I think sometimes their root is not developed enough to push that energy that that limb need. Because sometimes when you look at the body of the plant, it's thick like this. And up to the top have a few limbs, and the limbs have flowers, and the plant ain't even strong enough to hold up the one or two mango that's on the tree. So my thing is, I believe, this is what I'm saying, allegedly, I believe that the plants that use is too young, the baby, they not, their root is not developed to feed that limb. I believe if you do it with an older plant, if you do it with an older plant, I believe it might work better. But when you look at it, people doing it for a business. And if you're doing it for a business, you cannot wait till the tree get mature to do that, because your business is gonna fall. Because you have to wait too long before you could root bung the plant. So by the time the plants reach up like this, they're ready to cut it and split it. That root did not develop enough strength to feed a limb that ready to produce fruit. I wonder if this makes sense to you guys. Hey, Butt Nuggets, how you doing? Blessing to you. Yes. I wonder if this make any sense at all, what I'm now said there. When we root bung, I believe if you use a more mature limb than a baby plant 3 to 4 months old that takes 6-7 years to produce, but now the plant is 6 months old and you cut off the top and you root bung it and you put it with a mature limb that's ready to produce. The bottom, that root is not developed enough to feed that plant. So this, I believe this is why our fruit trees, some of these graft fruit trees struggle so. And sometimes you see this so small and stringy with just a few little leaf to the top and a bunch of flowers when you go and buy them. But then when you go buy them now, you see the flowers, next thing all the flowers fall off. Then the plant, exactly, then the plant stop produce. So what makes you buy a fruit tree? It catch me many times. What make I buy a fruit tree? What make I buy a fruit tree? And most people buy fruit tree because they see flowers. Or no one wanna wait 4 and 5 years with a seed. So most people wanna see flowers, and once they see flowers, let's go. This one here, this is a pear. When I purchased this, it had on flowers. The first year, it had on flowers, right? The second, and it ended up produced two. From that year, it produced two. The second year, nothing. This is the third year. They produce flowers, and they only hold on two each. You see what I'm saying? Two each they hold on. So what I'm saying is, we cannot give up. We cannot give up growing from seed. I don't think it's a good idea. I remember when I was younger, I remember grafting fruit trees. It was always there. People grafting plants for years now. But grafting was not the norm. You never used to see root bong like that, but you used to see grafting. When I say grafting, like graft another plant into the original tree. So you have the original plant and you graft another plant into it. This used to be going on. But we also saw trees that grow from seed, how they grow massive and how they produce so much. When you watch the mango trees, them it's like mangoes everywhere and these things grows from seed. But because of our patience we don't have these days and we allow people to mess with our mind, that's the thing too. We allow people to tell us things without we even seeing for ourselves, without we even trying. We just shut it down. So if someone tell you, oh, don't go from seed, it take too long, you shut it down. You see what I'm saying? Don't go fruit trees from seed, it takes too long. Then you shut that down. Then you know what you turn to buying. You turn to buying fruit trees now. And look, I have apple tree right now. I have an apple tree right now, about 6, 7 years old now. And I never eat an apple from that tree. If I did grow an apple from seed, I would have be eating apple from that plant. You see where I'm coming from? So I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying not to buy fruit trees. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't give up on planting seeds. Don't give up. The next thing again, growing from seed, especially you get a nice healthy seed, that could be very beneficial to you because it's what is better than an original plant that go from seed? A graft plant, a root bung plant could never outbeat one that grows from seed. Nah, I've seen for my own eyes. Fruit trees grow 50, 60 mango tree. When you look up in they're way up there and they're full of mango. Ripe mango. Sometimes you take a stone and you pelt up and hit the bunch and mango just tumbling down. So what I'm saying is, I'm not telling you, don't get me wrong guys, I'm not telling you to go out, don't go out there and buy fruit trees. What I'm saying is, you could have a little patience and you could start sowing some seed. Sometimes you have a seed and you could just, like in the summertime, spring, summer, you have a seed, you could just put it like avocado. You could just take an avocado seed, put it down in soil and just leave it there and it just start growing just like that. You could grow peach seed and it just start growing just like that. Some of them, what I do with some of them I get like a pliers and I kind of squeeze it to release the hard shell. And the inner part, I soak it in some water and I just set it in some soil. Mango tree. You could just take a mango seed and put it in some soil and it grow. But the thing about it is, we believe, because of we listening to people, we believe that it's too long. But you might be surprised. You buy a graft mango tree or a root bung, and then the one you grow from seed come back and produce. Maybe it mightn't produce before, but it will produce better. Are you satisfied with buying these fruit trees? Some of them $80, $60, depending. Are you satisfied with the growth? Are you satisfied with how much do you get from one tree? Well, some of my fruit trees I'm grateful. Like my peach, I have a peach, a nectarine, and a plum. They produce well. But then I have apple trees that just don't produce. I have pear trees that just don't produce for years. And then I have these two that only produce two at a time. You're only lucky to get two from them. So think about it. Well, this is my experience, guys. I don't know for you guys. Maybe you guys seeing something different. Maybe you guys having different experience. But this is my experience, and from my experience, I would not say I'm not gonna buy fruit trees, but I will not give up on starting from seed as well. I was surprised when I see my grapes producing grapes that I start from seed. I was so excited. You see, don't give up on growing seeds from seeds. Last year, my fruit trees, well, I'm growing some pear over there from seeds, avocado, and last year they grew up so beautiful. You know what happened this year? I bring them out too early, and the weather one day, because the weather was so nice, and I bring them out, leave them overnight, the weather change overnight, and it scorch off. It dries up all their leaf, man. Naturally dry out their leaf. So since the spring start, they start refreshing. I have a papaya tree over there. Same thing. Bring it out too early. It scorch up all the leaf. I thought it gone. I even have a lemon tree that I bring out early, and it dries it up. I even thought it, I almost give up on it. But something tell me no. And today, when I'm looking, I'm kind of clean away around the start, I see two little eyes coming. So that's the next thing again. Don't give up. Don't ever give up on a plan until you see. Like for instance, if you bring it out and it dry and it look like it die, don't give up on it until you see. At least June, July. At least let that spring and the summer hit it first. Because many times we threw our plants and all we had was to do was water these plants. That's all they wanted. Some water to bring them back alive. I'm gonna show you guys a few of my avocado tree. But if you guys not seeing clearly, because sometimes the internet acts up. So if you guys not seeing clearly, please let me know. All right? We now had some rain. So grateful. Okay, this is one of my avocado tree here. Yeah, this is one of them here. This is it right here. You see here, watch. If you notice here, you're gonna see where the weather scorched it up so bad. And since the spring, it start pushing up this fresh one here. And now, beautiful plant. Same thing with this one here, see? So they're doing well. We have also, this is sweet lemon. This is a sweet lemon we have here. You see the weather scorched it up, but it start coming back. This is another sweet lemon here. Okay, this is a, they call this again. Hey, what you call dragon fruit? This is another avocado tree right here. This is another avocado tree right here. This is a sweet lemon. This is a sweet, all these growing from seed, guys. You see what I'm saying? All these plants growing from seed. This is the papaya. This is the papaya I now show you. And the papaya dries right out, man. But if you notice, it now start to come back here. This also is another avocado right here. And these are some okra I'm getting ready to sow, to put. But I was waiting on the rain, so I'm grateful that the rain come. This is another sweet lemon. This is another sweet lemon. This is a moringa plant. This is a sweet lemon. And that's prickle prick. So guys, this is my lemon tree that I was telling you about. You see, this is a lemon tree I buy couple of years ago, like 2 years ago. How much I pay for it that time? Was $34.48. I still have the price right here. You see? But if you notice, you're gonna see how it dry, the weather dry it down so bad. But today, while I'm looking, I see these two things coming up from the root. So look at the plant. If you look at the plant is basically, you could call it like a dye. You see all the stuff, watch. Dry. But the root, even though the stalk was dry, the root still alive. All I did was adding water. I was adding water to the container, and now I'm seeing right here, it start pushing, coming up from the root. So I can cut this off right here, which this is basically, this is more like the graft, I believe. This, I can cut this off because now I have a fresh limb coming up from down there. Okay, these are grapes that I'm growing in container. These are grapes that I'm growing. These are grapes that I planted last year. You see, so you could grow grapes in container as well. And I'm gonna show you the one them. This is another grapes right here, that growing right here. This is the one I start from seed. I remember, and if you, let me show you where it start producing. You see, that's it right there. Start producing. These I start from seed, and it start producing. So don't get discouraged, guys. Always remember, you could start from seed as well. This is an apple tree right here that I have in the same container. In the same container, this is the apple tree that I have that's growing from seed as well. All right. Now we know how this is. We know how. We know how a garden can be very expensive. We know how expensive a garden can be, and we know if we got to pay for everything, we know how much it's gonna cost us. So you see, these are some purple potato. These are some purple potato, and what I did, I clipped the vines them, and I just add it in this 1 gallon of water, and just like that, guys, I did not purchase the container. It's a free container, and I did not purchase the potato slip. These potato slip come from a potato that I grew last year, and I save it. I push it in the soil. Hey, Shanique Williams, how you doing? Blessings to you, sis. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, you see? You see they start pushing root already. So this is how we do it, guys. We're not interested in spending no money in our garden. We try our best to use what we have. Shout out to Shanique Williams. Blessing to you, sis. Happy gardening to you. Shout out to you. This is easy as 1, 2, 3. Easy as 1, 2, 3. You clip the banana, you clip the vines, you take them, you put them in some water, and just like that, in days, it didn't even take weeks, days, you start seeing roots coming out from them. All right? Let me show you where I get these from. This is where I get these from. You see? All you do, guys, you come, you clip the vines, and you put them in some, yes, sweet potato, yes, sweet potato. This one here is the purple one. This is the one I really love. So this is what you do, guys. You break them like this, and you put them in water, and just like that, you have potato slip to plant. So this is what we do, guys. We're not trying to spend any money at all. We try to multiply what we have and make it work. Yep. Blessings, blessings. This is the check-in, brother. I have to go. All right, no problem. Good to see you. Blessings, blessings. Thank you for joining. Yes, guys, this is a pear tree. Let me show you. It only have on 2. Big tree like this only have on 2. Could you imagine? Where is it again? I can't even find it. Okay, look at right there. You see it there? Right there. All right. So as you see, guys, I now show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, now show you what I'm talking about. So yes, guys, good to see you guys again. Happy gardening to each and every one. Don't forget, you can grow from seeds too. And don't believe that if you go from seed, it takes too long. Because I'm telling you the same thing. You can go from graft as well, and it takes too long. But like I said, I have apple tree. I'm still waiting to eat an apple from them. I'm still waiting, and to this day. You check what I'm saying. So don't give up, guys. So how you all doing today? You guys have any question? If you guys have any question, now is the time. How your garden going? Are you getting rain in your zone? But anyhow, thank you guys as always. Appreciate each and every one of you for joining. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button before you leave. If you have any comment, you could always leave a comment. If you have any question, I'll answer to the best of my ability. Always remember, this channel is an organic garden channel, and we focus on using the things around us, using what we have, and grow our garden and still be successful. All right? So peace and love. Blessing to all.